Hollow Street was the kind of neighborhood where nothing ever happened. Neighbors trimmed their hedges on Saturdays. Kids rode their bikes home before dark. And the houses, especially number 27, stood like relics of a simpler time. When Erin and Mark Whitmore moved in, it was a fresh start. Erin was pregnant. Mark had just landed a new job. The creaky Victorian fixer-upper was their dream project. High ceilings, antique molding, a big backyard. It needed work, sure, but it had character. What it also had was a secret, a door. At the end of the upstairs hallway, no handle, just nails. Erin thought it was odd. Mark thought it was just an old storage crawl space, so they left it alone for a while. Ever bought or moved into a home that felt off? Tell us your weirdest real estate experience in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this one. 2 weeks later, Erin heard something. It was around 3:15 a.m. The house was quiet, except for the sound of faint tapping above the nursery. Tap, 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 always at night. The attic. By morning, she was convinced there was someone up there. Mark rolled his eyes but agreed to check it out. Together, they pulled the nails from the attic door one by one. Dust fell. The air got colder. Behind it wasn't a crawl space. It was a staircase, narrow, steep, leading up into complete blackness. And when they reached the top, they found a room. Old mattress, crumpled newspaper, children's drawings on the wall, a broken radio, and in the corner, a teddy bear, rotted and chewed. But it wasn't just that. There was food, recently eaten food, water bottles, a blanket that looked used. Someone had been living here, maybe still was. If you found signs of life in a sealed room, what would you do first? Call the police? Run? Or investigate deeper? Drop your answers in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, we're just getting started. They backed out and called the police. The attic was declared a sealed crime scene. Investigators moved in, and what they found shocked even veteran detectives. A name written in crayon on the wall, Lina. A diary under the mattress, pages torn, but some legible. The writing was from a child's perspective, frantic, messy, then neater over time. I hear them downstairs. He said I can't come out. It's been 3 months. I miss my dog. If someone finds this, my name is Lina. I'm 8. The last page. I'm 19 today. 19. That meant she'd been in that attic for 11 years. Police issued a nationwide alert. A week later, a severely malnourished young woman was found in a storm drain 5 blocks away. Silent, eyes wide, covered in dust. She matched a missing persons case from over a decade ago. Lina Dorsey vanished at age 8, walking home from school. She had escaped, but she hadn't gone far. How do you survive over a decade in silence? Can trauma literally erase a voice? Comment what you think happened to Lina, and don't forget to subscribe if you're still with us. The real horror's just ahead. It didn't take long for suspicion to fall on the previous homeowner, a retired man named Gerald Marlowe. He sold the house as is after his wife passed the year prior. But here's what shook the community. Gerald had no children, no record of adoption, no foster forms. No neighbors ever saw a child enter or leave. When confronted, he refused to speak. Then his lawyer revealed something even more disturbing. Gerald's late wife, before her death, had been investigated for child abduction in another state. The case went cold. But photos in the attic matched ones found in that case file. Lina was abducted by the Marlowes and held upstairs for over a decade. Gerald claimed he didn't know she was still alive, but Lina's diary mentioned both the man and the woman dozens of times. No charges were ever filed. Gerald died 2 months later of a stroke. Justice never came. Do you believe Gerald was innocent or complicit? Let us know what you would have done in Lina's shoes. Comment below and subscribe. More hidden horrors await. Lina didn't speak for 8 months. She lived in a rehab center receiving therapy and medical care. Doctors said it was selective mutism. Her mind shut down verbal expression after long-term trauma. But then one night, she asked for a pen. What she wrote filled 10 pages, and what it revealed shocked everyone. She was kept hidden as a mistake they couldn't return. She was fed once a day through a slot in the attic door. She heard conversations, arguments, even parties. The radio was her only friend. She stopped counting time when she turned 15. She wrote, "I didn't scream after year 3. I realized no one was listening." She described dreams of walking outside, feeling the sun, touching grass. And she begged, in writing, never to go back in that house, not even in photos. That house had stolen her childhood, her voice, her sense of time. How would you rebuild your life after something like this? Comment below, and if this story moved you, share it. Someone else may need to hear it. Lina is 25 now. She still lives under a different name in an undisclosed location, but she paints, volunteers at missing persons nonprofits, and last year, she published a short memoir, anonymously. Its title, 12 Years of Silence. The attic has since been sealed, then demolished. House number 27 was bought by the city and turned into a memorial garden for victims of child abduction. A single plaque remains. For the unseen, the unheard, and those who came back. And if you ever find yourself in a new home, don't ignore the sealed doors. What does justice really look like in cases like Lina's? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Unseen Evidence, because some stories don't end, they just fade into silence.